Wednesday, 21st December 1988. The Lockerbie bombing. The BBC Radio Scotland newsroom had deserted quickly that evening, many to a Christmas party being held elsewhere in Broadcasting House. I had brought a book in anticipation of a quiet shift. I answered two very important calls just after 7:20 p.m. One said there was an explosion in the town of Lockerbie. A minute later, the AA called. A patrolman had seen a plane come down on a housing estate. We quickly established that it was a Pan Am 747 flying from London to New York, and all 259 on board were dead, plus 11 on the ground. As the night wore on, the full scale of the disaster became clear, and we broadcast through the night. The tragedy of Lockerbie has been a vein running through my career. 30 years later, while working on an extended STV News report, what emerges so strikingly is just how unfortunate the 11 victims on the ground were. The iconic image of the disaster is the nose cone of Pan Am Flight 103 lying in a field across the road from Tundergarth Church. Driving 4 miles west from there, you emerge from the countryside onto a brae, the town spread out beneath. Behind you are fields. Before you is a field. Beyond the railway line and the motorway are more fields. Nestled in the folds of these fields is Lockerbie. To the south, like a tail to the body of the town, are the final few houses. This is where Sherwood Crescent lies. This is where people had settled down in their homes that Wednesday evening, and it's where they died without chance or warning. There is some debate over whether the flight was delayed in leaving Heathrow, giving rise to the theory that the bomb was timed to explode over the Atlantic, leaving no evidence. What is not in doubt is that when the bomb did explode at 2 minutes past 7, it tore the plane apart more than 30,000 feet above. A second or two later, and the wreckage would probably have come down in the fields. With a bomb on board, the 259 souls in the plane were always doomed. But for those who died on the ground, beneath a flight scheduled to last hours, in an area surrounded by miles of farmland, mere seconds and feet determined their fate.